Salutations, respected friends. Welcome. Gratitudes for being with in the study of all these Shastras. Congratulations that you are able to make it, and wishes and prayers that our being together becomes fruitful for both of us in the realization of the reality, in getting liberated from the unreal. Let us focus on our 12 Vyaktitvas like every day. The Loka Seva Vyaktitva, the Dharma Sthavaka Vyaktitva, the Viragi Vyaktitva, the Bhaktatva, the Shishyatva, the Mumukshutva, the Jignasutva, the Shrotrutva, the Sadhakatva, the Parishrami, the Prerana Yukta, and the Shanta Yukta Vyaktitvas. Then our great six sources of inspiration, blessings, information, protection, empowerment are the Shruti Smriti Purana Itihasa Rupa Shastras, the Guru Tattva in the form of Guru Parampara, Swaguru and Acharyas, the Devata Ganas managing the Antara Antakarana, then our Bahya Karanas of Jnanendriya Karmendriyas and the entire outer world. Also, the the Adiparashakti Mata, ha, who Shakti Swarupani with her three gunas, blesses us with Sataguna when you ask her for that. Ishvara, who removes the Avidya curtain finally, and the Parabrahma Tattva himself, whom we have to do Anusandhana and identification Nirantara. So, welcome. We are in the study of Yoga Vaashishtha Maha Ramayanam, Prathama Vairagya Prakaranam, the 28th Sarga. Sarva Bhava Avirati Viparyasa Pratipadanam. So, telling us about everything to be seen in the world are not as they are. One is they're actually not at all real appearance. Second, even in their appearance, they are not the same all the time. They keep on so swiftly, drastically get modified. Hence, not trustworthy. Therefore, don't have any raga or dvesha. Have only vairagya towards them. Then what? Focus your mind only on the truth. To convey this vairagya to us in this sarga, the whole world, what's happening, and within us also, how things are so unstable, so changed totally into the opposite nature in moments notice. These things Bhagavan is bringing to our notice and says that you never expected it. You expected things to be all the time the same, but that's not so. Therefore, you went on suffering throughout your lives many. Now you grasp the knowledge, know that the world is like that. First, accept it as it is. Second is slowly withdraw from it, detach from it, attached to the Paramatma. A beautiful is this Yoga Vasishtha Ramayana, every Sarga, every Prasanga, and every of this Shloka, which Bhagavan Rama so far is helping us as to how to use intellect to analyze everything around in us so that we know what's their real nature, that they are not real at all. Let us continue tomorrow, today also, the remaining shlokas. Om, Om, Om. Om Sahana Vavatu Sahano Bhunaktu Sahaviryam Karavavahai Tejasvinavadhitamastu Ma Vidvishavahai. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Om Namo Brahmadibhyo Brahma Bhakti Yoga Dharma Vidya Sampradaya Kartrubhyo Vamsarusibhyo Mahadbhyo Namo Gurubhyah. Om Yairime Gurubhi Purvam Padavakyapramanadah व्याख्याताः सर्वसत्शास्त्राः तान् नित्यं प्रणतोऽस्म्यहम् आपदामपहर्तारं दातारं सर्वसम्पदां लोकाविरामं श्रीरामं भूयो भूयो नमाम्यहम् श्रीराम राम रामेति रमे रामे मनोरमे सहस्रनाम तत्तुल्यं राम नाम वरानने कूजन्तं राम रामेति मधुरं मधुराक्षरम् आरुह्य कविताशाखां वन्दे वाल्मीकिकोकिलं वाल्मीकिर्मुनिसिंहस्य कवितावनचारिणः शृण्वन् रामकथानादं को न याति पराङ्गतिम् तस्मै श्री गुरवे वसिष्ठमुनये नित्यं नमस्कुर्महे विश्वामित्रमुनिं शरण्यमनघं भूयो नमस्याम्यहं तस्मै वाल्मीकये श्री गुरुतमगुरवे भूरिभावैर्नताः स्मः पूर्णानन्दस्वभावः स्वजनहितकृते माययोपात्तकायः कारुण्यादुद्धितीर्षुर्जनमनवरतं मोहपङ्के निमग्नम् आविश्यान्तर्वसिष्ठं बहिरभिगलयन् शिष्यभावं वितेने यः संवादेन शास्त्रामृतजलधिममुं रामचन्द्रं प्रपद्ये ब्रह्मानन्दं परमसुखदं केवलं ज्ञानमूर्तिं द्वन्द्वातीतं गगनसदृशं तत्त्वमस्यादिलक्ष्यम् एकं नित्यं विमलमचलं सर्वधी साक्षिभूतं भावातीतं त्रिगुणरहितं सद्गुरुं तं नमामि सद्गुरुं तन्नमामि परब्रह्मणे श्रुतिमात्रे समस्त ब्रह्म भक्ति योग धर्म विद्याचार्येभ्यो ऋषिभ्यो मुनिभ्यो गुरुभ्यो देवताभ्यो नमः श्री रामचंद्र परब्रह्मणे नमः श्री वशिष्ठ विश्वामित्र वाल्मीकि आदि ब्रह्म विद्याचार्येभ्यो नमः अस्मद्गुरुभ्यो नमः संकल्पः तेषां सर्वेषां कृपा अनुग्रहेण उपनिषदुक्त ब्रह्मात्मैक्यबोधेन अस्मिन् क्षणे एव मोक्षकैवल्य प्राप्त्यर्थं श्रुतिस्मृतिपुराणेतिहासोक्त ऋषिमुनि गुरुदेवता दर्शनानुग्रह अनुभव प्राप्त्यर्थं तेषोक्त साध्य साधनानुभव सिद्ध्यर्थं सनातन धर्मस्य वैदिक हैंदव संस्कृतेः साम्प्रदायानां शास्त्राणां भक्ति ज्ञान योगादि मोक्ष मार्गाणाम् अनेक प्रक्रियाणां गुरु शिष्य भक्त भगवत परंपराणां पुनरुत्थान जागरण विश्वव्याप्ति द्वारा विश्व आध्यात्मिक प्रगति एकता शांति पुरोभिवृद्ध्यर्थम् अस्मिन् धर्म संस्थापने कंकणबद्ध अस्माकं सह सर्वेषां गुरूणां महानुभावानाम् आचार्याणां श्रेयविलासिनां भक्त शिष्य साधक सेवक उपासकानाम् आश्रमाणां संस्थानां पूर्णायुरारोग्य ऐश्वर्य क्षेम स्थैर्य धैर्य वीर्यादि समस्त शक्ति संपदा सानुकूल्यता साधनानां प्राप्ति बाह्याभ्यंतर शत्रु विघ्न समूल निर्मूलन द्वारा सनातन धर्म संस्थापन कार्य निरंतर दिग्विजयार्थम श्री राम मंदिरवत् कृष्ण शिवादि समस्त मंदिराणामाश्रमाणां विश्वविद्यालयानां पुण्यक्षेत्र आदीनां च पुनरवाप्ति तेषु निरंतर साधना सेवा शास्त्र अध्ययन अध्यापन उपासना यज्ञयागादि नाम द्वारा निरंतर विश्वे धर्म मोक्ष पुरुषार्थ प्रतिष्ठा द्वारेण विश्व संरक्षणाभिवृद्ध्यर्थं भारतवर्षस्य सनातन धर्मस्य बाह्याभ्यन्तरे ये ये शत्रवः तेषां सर्वेषां शाश्वतरूपेण समूल निर्मूलन अर्थञ्च अनेक शास्त्राणाम् अध्ययन साधना प्रयत्न मध्ये श्री वाल्मीकि महर्षि विरचित श्री योग वासिष्ठ महारामायण शास्त्रस्य पारायणम् अध्ययनं मोक्षार्थं वयं सर्वे करिष्यामहे। ओम श्री रामचंद्र परब्रह्मणे नमः। श्रीमद्वाल्मीकि योग वासिष्ठ महारामायणं वाल्मीकि महर्षि विरचित प्रथमा वैराग्य प्रकरणं मंगलाचरण श्लोकाः। ओम यतः सर्वाणि भूतानि प्रतिभान्ति स्थितानि च यत्रैवोपशमं यान्ति तस्मै सत्यात्मने नमः। ज्ञाता ज्ञानं तथा ज्ञेयं द्रष्टा दर्शन दृश्यभूः कर्ता हेतुः क्रिया यस्मात् तस्मै ज्ञप्त्यात्मने नमः। स्फुरन्ति सीकराय यस्मादानन्दस्याम्बरे वनौ सर्वेषां जीवनं तस्मै ब्रह्मानन्दात्मने नमः। दिवि भूमौ तथाकाशे बहिरन्तश्च मे विभुः यो विभात्यवभासात्मा तस्मै सर्वात्मने नमः। श्रीरामचन्द्र परब्रह्मणे नमः। अथ अष्टाविंशः सर्गः। सर्वभाव अविरति विपर्यास प्रतिपादन नामः। Friends, we have seen yesterday shlokas up to 24 of them. So, what was seen was कि स्वदन्ते तावदेव एते भावाः जगति धीमते यावत् स्मृतिपथं याति न विनाशको राक्षसः. So, स्वदन्ते तावदेव एते भावाः जगति धीमते. So, all the bhavas in this world give us enchantment only till either of those objects or of our own. Mrityu or the end is not remembered. The moment that is Mrityu is remembered, then nothing in the world can give us the happiness. So the Mrityu takes away all the happinesses. Therefore, the highest happiness is no Mrityu is equal to Amrita Prapti. How can the Amrita Prapti be obtained? In the Mritapraya Vastus of the Jagat, Mritapraya Upadhis, isn't it? Amrita Prapti can be done only when we find something which is Amrita. And is there anything other than Parabrahma Paramatma that is immortal? Nothing. Therefore, the immortal Paramatma, when we recognize him as our own self in our own heart, then only the fearless, never ending bliss and happiness will be ours. That is the thing to be grasped from this. And these things are like digging the well. Go on digging, digging, digging till the source of water we touch. So to till this goes deep into the heart and removes the viparyasas. What is viparyasa? Seeking immortality in the mortal things, seeking the bliss in the miserable things, seeking the liberation in the bounding things. This is called viparyasa in us. In the core of the heart, those wrong notions are there. Till this knowledge goes there and removes those wrong notions, replaces them these factual things, we have to keep on listening, contemplating. Every listening, every time listening, and every time contemplating is few notches within we are reaching to that root level of the viparyasas. Contrary knowledge, viparyasa means. The whole sarga's name is viparyasa pratipadanam. In this world, is everything is viparyasa because of our non-understanding, delusion, ignorance. So one thing said here is everything appears to be enchanting, happy only till the mrityu is not remembered. So mrityu takes away all enchantments and happinesses. Amritat only is most enchanting, happy thing, and that's none other than our own self. Therefore, pursue the self as simple and direct as this. Whether we understand very deeply intensely or whether we brush it aside with our usual regular negligence because of our attraction to the worldly life lived out of habits for millions of lives. मर्जी अपनी. Clear? Like the Duryodhanadi, Ravanadi. Hundreds of people tell them hundreds of times, what you are doing is adharma and papa, drop it, this is dharma and punya, do it. But when they are Duryodhana and Ravana, they don't change. Isn't it? Some change like Vibhishana and some of them. In between and they get moksha. Those who change, they don't really get the peril or get perished on them. Now next one. Kshanamaishwaryamayati kshanameti daridratam kshanam vigatarogatvam kshanamagatarogatam. From here, next 7 8 slokas, the kshana bhanguratva, the kshanikatva, the momentary nature of the things are brought into our mind only to again make us know that they are not trustworthy. Never ever trust. The few things told here are Kshanam Aishwaryam Ayat. In a moment's time, the Aishwarya comes to us as if, in the share bazaar, Dalal straightway. Suddenly, one's shares, when they become very highly priced, immediately all the Aishwarya comes to him. Or the lottery ticket taken, उस नंबर को लग गया मानो. Or there are hundreds of things that are every moment happening in the world where in a moment's time the person becomes so rich. In the sports and cinema industry, everywhere, politics. एक मैच क्लिक हो गया, मैन ऑफ द मैच, विद इन ए मंथ टाइम इज करोड़पति. वही वो है. अभी भी ज्वाइन किया बंदा, अभी कहता है बैंड्रा में, बॉम्बे में या जुहू बीच में ये है ना 80 करोड़ का बिल्डिंग खरीदा या 60 करोड़ का, झोपड़ में रहने वाला. क्षण आयाते ऐश्वर्य. सिनेमा में भी एक हिट हो गया मूवी, बस. एनीवेयर म्यूजिक एक एल्बम हिट हो गया. पॉलिटिक्स टू. Kshanam Aishwarya. The same way, Kshanam Eti Daridritam. In the same way, moment's time means by the time you become aware, Daridrata. Like same thing, share bazaar, all our shares where cost is lost, pura Daridrata. In this world, people ran away from India because they have taken so much loans from the banks and government, they can't pay. And why those countries don't send them here, we don't know. Vichitra, in these Canada and all those countries, पाकिस्तान एंड ऑल हमारे देश को धोखा देने वाले लाखों लोग हजारों लाख लोग हैं why don't they deport them and all that's the problem. India is the only pure country which never does this nonsense. Many of the big nations do all that. Anyway, kshanameti daridratam, people become paupers in a kshana. All the investments are gone. you know Last few months back, टमाटर का कीमत 100-200 रुपए किलो हुआ. Suddenly, people have become lakpatis. Even if we 10-15 days of business, then within next 10 days, 12 days, 3 rupai kilo tomato हो गया. Then nobody were to buy there. They have thrown it only. ऐसे क्या example जो याद है बता रहा हूँ मैं. So Aishwaryam comes in a kshanakala. Daridrata also comes in a kshanakala. Then kshanam vigato rogatvam. This is important. Hale and hearty and healthy and inspired and flexible body full of energy. Looks like only for a kshanam. Within next kshana, either because of the weather or because of something done unwanted, extra done or a wrong food taken, immediately kshanam agata rogatam, the roga comes. And the roga of the sharira, there's no pain here, pain there, pain everywhere. Disease here, disease there, disease everywhere. इन्हें कतार खड़े हैं सारे है ना फ्लाइट्स में ना बिग बिजी प्लेसेस लाइक बॉम्बे और एनी ऑफ देम दी हॉपिंग प्लेसेस कतार में खड़े रहते हैं हेलीकॉप्टर्स एरोप्लेन्स और ट्रेन्स इन प्लेटफॉर्म और बस अड्डे में बस कतार में खड़े होते हैं और टिकट लेने के टाइम कतार में रहते हैं इसी तरह बॉडी पेन्स कतार में एनी टाइम विच पार्ट विल पेन वी डोंट नो विच डिसीज विल कम विच वी डोंट नो डरावना होता है हर दिन new variant of this corona has come, which is 10 times more danger बोलते so kshanam arogya and kshanam agata rogata. Stomach ache, back ache, headache if we have various reasons. Or some slips or accidents, slip discs, जल जाता है हाथ पर कुछ तो कुछ. So dhana, sampada and daridrata, arogya and anarogya, momentary they are all. In this क्या है ना therefore be just attentive conscious हो जाओ especially with regard to the body's health and ill health slowly the old age and all of that conscious हो जाओ ये ऐसा ही होने वाला है स्वीकार के what sadhana at the intellectual level and beyond to be done focus on that this is the highest intelligence. The prarabdha brings food to body, brings diseases, brings health, whatever it is, our sadhana should not be given up. Intensity may change depending on sometime when you're not healthy and all, but karna nahi chodna. This is about the wealth and then health. Both the things are spoken. Then pratikshana viparyasa daina nihatatmana jagat भ्रमेण के नाम धीमंतो hi नमोहिदाः. अब देखो कि प्रतिक्षण विपर्यासदायिना that jagat which is giving pratikshana viparyasa totally opposite thing contrary things and by this what is it doing nihata atmana when anyway it is killing our inner atma by not allowing it to be revealed At the ego level also, Nihatatma means the aham in me is being killed. Means what? All its expectations, all its imaginations, all its आशाएं बोलते हैं ना, they are all thwarted minute by minute. They were hatatma, ha hatavidhi, करके we put our hand on the head because of viparyasa. Everywhere the farmers, wonderful rains came and all the crops are done. And almost काटने के टाइम पे अनवांटेड अनटाइमली रेन्स कम, सारा जो फसल जो है अच्छी तरह से हुआ हुआ कटौती के समय all that is gone. And they feel so dejected, disappointed, and they commit suicide only because their minds are not spiritual or matured and all. And government also is insensitive. Government has its own problems of the money, the budgets and all. बेचारे कितने किसान लोग आत्महत्या करते हैं. विपर्यास विदायिनी निहत आत्मा. Now, most important another thing is the people whom we trust, whom we befriend, whom we think that they will be with us throughout the life as a pillar or support. Either they die or they ditch us and leave us and go. For whatever the reason. Now, देखो the निहत आत्मता at that time. The dejection, the disappointments. मैं क्या करूं अभी. लोग तो जिंदगी भर रोते हैं because of such happenings. Because of the deep attachment and expectation with the people. If somebody dies, वो pain 5-6 साल रहेगा, चला जाएगा. But somebody cheats and they still there there and you are alive. Throughout life it is there. And nobody cheats us, remember. We cheat ourselves by over trusting anyone. What is over trusting means what? Expectation from them and thinking that they continue. Are you continue with everyone all the time throughout your life? You also left so many people. You never tried for that. You are not cunning or negative in that. In the time's maturity, in the prarabdha's maturity, you had to leave. But how much those people might have felt painful, you don't know. Like the children get the job and go fly. Oh, they are in their खुशी कि अच्छा जॉब मिल गया चलो अमेरिका जा रहा हूँ. But the dukkha of the parents that these children, because for parents children are the only thing, only hope. कितना दुख होता है उनको, no, they can't help. They adjust somehow. So that is the meaning of nihatadayi with the people, nihatatma, because of people. सो दिस संसार में हर एक चीज अनुक्षण विपर्यास को प्राप्त करते हुए निहत आत्मा दी होप्स ऑफ द पीपल इट किल्स एंड पीपल बिकम होपलेस और इवन suicidal and dejected so much. निहतदायी. So many things whom human being made are ये घोटाले जो करते हैं, people doing the false promises and innocent people invest the money in that and those रातों रात उड़ जाते हैं वो लोग. So then see the plight of them. Every fourth day such one case comes. And nowadays the new ad RBI is issued. Just because of some these shortcut method money earning methods and some proofs are given, don't give your pocket to others. How beautiful 7-8 ads they made. मजेदार है. But people just lose that common sense at that time in that लालच that 100 रुपए दे दो एक साल में 500 हो जाएगा. अरे the fact is that how can it become like that? Immediately कॉमन सेंस आना चाहिए. एंड यू शुड ऑल्सो नो दैट अगर वो कोई दे रहा है तो कहीं वो धोखा दे के दे रहा है वो. तो कहीं धोखा दे के मुझे दे रहा है तो एक दिन मुझे धोखा देगा और कहीं देगा वो. But then we invest, then get cheated. These cryptocurrencies and all, lakhs and lakhs of people are losing crores and crores of rupees. But doesn't come into the limelight because that all is black money. देखो भयंकर सत्य है सारे। इन कंट्रीज लाइक इंडिया 140 करोड़, कौन किसको ढूंढने वाला है? प्रतिक्षण विपर्यासदायिना निहतात्मना जगत भ्रमेण, in this Brahma of the Jagat. Jagat itself is Brahma, and in the Jagat, everything is Brahma. And in that Brahmita Jagat, trusting that it is real is our Brahma. So Jagat Brahmena, that's what I am saying. Ke nama dhimanta hi namohita. Dekho, who thinks that who is a dhiman and can feel that he can be protected, and who is not deluded? Ke nama dhimanta nahi mohita means even the wiser than the wisest also got deluded, if not here, but there or here or somewhere. ये जगत का भ्रम जो है हर एक को इधर नहीं तो उधर, इसमें तो उसमें, अब नहीं तो तब फंसा ही जा रहा है. मोहित मीन्स deluding. Just two things, world and the mind. Don't trust them, that's it. Very deep thought it is. Outer world, inner mind, the most untrustworthy. Because both the mind at what time, prompted by the vasana, what terrible sankalpas and kamanas and trishnas it projects and pushes us to do the adharma and papa, we don't know. By the time we realize we have committed it, deserving the severe punishments. So to the jagat. It is प्रभु की लीला है, माया है. वो कब कैसे किस तरह से खेलेंगे नहीं बता. You can't trust the whole world. Things and beings and situations. Alert रहना. Trusting means expecting something to happen good, and the good that's happening to continue, and the bad should not happen. इसको कहते हैं ट्रस्ट करना. You can't expect. Just like in the ocean, you can't expect which time high tide, low tide comes and pulls us down. With all the predictions by the meteorology department, whatever. Read this shloka is very powerful. Pratikshana viparyasadaina nihata atmana jagat brahmena ke nama dhimanta nahi mohitaha. So that world which is every moment creating delusions and then making the niyatata of the Atman, who is the one who is not deluded by this, including the wiser than the wisest. Very deep thought it is, doesn't click easily. It creates more hallucinations and doubts. स्वामी फिर किसको मैं ट्रस्ट करूं? किसी को ट्रस्ट मत करो. अर्थ क्या हुआ? डू योर धर्म. डोंट एक्सपेक्ट एनीथिंग फ्रॉम एनी बीइंग और एनीथिंग और एनीबॉडी. Just rely on the Lord, pray to Him. Javidrakhiram Taidrahye, whatever He gives, be contented. With regard to the worldly comforts, worldly requirements, worldly life. Spirituality mein, you intensely do your sadhanas of inner meditations, discovering your higher identity, ultimate identity. उस पे ध्यान देना बस. ये हुआ इसका ये अर्थ. वेरी पावरफुल श्लोका 26वां. Now comes the Satai, Attai, Unatiti. These four slokas go in one go. One theme only conveyed in them. We just chant them together. Okay. Tamaha pankasamalabdham kshanamaakashamandalam kshanam kanakanishyanda komala loka sundaram kshanam jaladanilabja मालावलितकोटरं क्षणम् उड्डामररवं क्षणं मूकमिव स्थितं क्षणं ताराविरचितं क्षणमर्केण भूषितं क्षणम् इन्दुकृत आह्लादं क्षणं सर्वबहिष्कृतम् आगमापायपरया क्षणसंस्थितिनाशयात् न बिभेति हि संसारे धीरोऽपि क इवानया. ओहो. Sorry to say that, very grossly, very minimum intensity say we are studying the most subtle and most intense topics of this text. Because of various reasons, basic is our inability, our half sincerity. Otherwise, With the study of this particular Vairagya Prakarana, total understanding of the whole world, thereby total Vairagya to the world should come to us, towards the world. राम जी जिस स्थिति में उस स्थिति में मिलना चाहिए. Nevertheless, we have understood there is such a great text to inform and inspire us in Vairagya. So find time, find interest, be intense in the study, then make full benefit of it. फंसे रहे हम जगत में, उसे बाहर आने के लिए दिमाग बहुत तेज होना है, और दिमाग को तेज करने के लिए ज्ञान चाहिए. ये है वो ज्ञान. Shastras give both knowledges for to us of the eternality of the Paramatma and inspire us to seek Him, ephemerality of the world to get detached. When we detach from the world, dukkha nivritti. When we attach to Paramatma, sukha prapti. Just like when we detach from Paramatma, sukha nivritti. When we attach to the world, the dukkha prapti. As simple as that. घूम फिरा के फाइनली यही समझना है, यही करना है, यही पाना है. Understand this only, do this only, achieve this only. Now, about the Akasha, an example is giving. Akash ka example lekar. How much it is pratikshana changeable. Every moment it's going on changing. How can you, who is the one who is not frightened by seeing these continuous unexpected changes? So, एक आकाश का दिया अर्थ, भूमि जल वायु अग्नि and all the beings, forest, mountain, everything you have to understand. The helicopters can land on the mountains. Mountain can slide and land on the cars and buses. Anything can happen. है कि ना? बंदा पटरी पे आ जाएगा ट्रेन के नीचे, ट्रेन ही पटरी उतर कर बंदे को ठोकेगी. कुछ भी हो सकता है. On the road also, people may come onto the road and hit by the car. कार itself will come off the road and आराम से बैठ के बंदे खा रहे, उसके ऊपर चढ़ जाएगा कार लारी. Examples I am telling. If you listen to the deaths that are happening in the world every day throughout the world, what Rama is saying here, all is understood. Vichitra vichitra happenings that are. Right? What are they? Tamaha panka samalabdham kshanam akasha mandalam. Absolutely, hmm, absolutely dark the akasha is one time. Either night time or any time when too much of that dust storm that's happen. Dark the akasha. Then kshanam kanaka nishyanda komala aloka sundaram. In another moment, it looks like the kanaka, the gold, and so tender and so pleasing to the eyes, isn't it? The mornings and evenings. एक क्षण का जो अंधेरा रात कालापन है, तमह पंक समालब्धम नाइट टाइम. And the moment sunrise or at that time, how golden color, reddish color, how beautiful the akasha is changing. So Kanaka Nishyanda Komala Aloka Sundaram looks like the gold only, so pleasing to the eyes and beautiful. How many people have written poems on that? And how many wise, intelligent people get up in their morning to enjoy the sunrises? We sleep only. That's where things hote. Then other thing is next one. Kshanam Jalada Neela Abja Malavalita Kotaram. A moment you can see bluish or blackish in color with hundreds of the clouds like a beautiful pushpamala. Malavalita Kotaram. Wonderful it is. So, like a Jalada means looking like a blue lotus. Yes, the whole clouds are seen, and the Akasha as if Akasha is garlanded by the mala made up of the blue lotuses. So, Kshanam Jalada Neelabja Mala al the Kodram. Kshanam, in the very next moment, Udda Amara Ravam. ये ऊपर के दोनों एक हो गए, ये तीनों तमः पंका और कनक निश्चंदा और जलद नीलाब्ज. Next, Kshanam Uddamara Ravam. During that rainy season, when the clouds bang each other, that sound is So terrifying in Dharavana. Every one of us must have had that experience. At least in 1 year during the rainy season. वो वाला जो तगड़ा थंडर बोल्ट की तरह साउंड सुना होगा कभी कभी। अगले साल जब बरखा आएगा ना, अभी गर्मी हो रही है, इसके बाद जब जून में बारिश की मौसम होगी, जुलाई, थोड़ा निकले बाहर, वो टीवी के सामने से उठे, थोड़ा कुछ बारात निकल जाए उस सोफे से, बाहर निकले, देन यू कैन सी राजकुमार दूल्हा जिंदगी भर बैठा ही गया, कमरे में बैठा है वो, थोड़ा बाहर निकले कभी राजकुमार दिखेगा। साउंड उड्डामर रव रवम क्षणम मूकमिव स्थितम। And you can also see that with the heavy thunderous sounds when the buffaloes and bullocks it rains, not only cats and dogs. When that becomes over, absolutely मूकमिव स्थितम, absolutely silent. दिस तो हम चार धाम यात्रा में ना, कैलाश यात्रा वगैरह, we have experienced, because very silent places they are. There are no other sounds. Suddenly the clouds and thunder is raining. Oh, the डरावना sound. रातों रात पूरा रात नींद नहीं आती. And by the time morning, all rain is done. Absolutely, it is peace, so calm, quiet. आकाश की बात दे रहे एग्जाम्पल. सो बाकी सारे पंचमहाभूत, चार महाभूत, and the whole world we have to imagine. Then next one is Kshanam Tara Virachitam. One moment, full beautifully decorated with so many tarakas, the stars. Then Kshanamar Kena Bhushitam. Another moment, so beautifully decorated by our great Lord Surya. Then Kshanam Indukruta Ahladam. Another moment, how beautiful Ahlada because of the Indu Chandamama. Indukruta Ahladam. Kshanam Sarva Bahishkrutam. And another moment, all of that go away. है ना? Again, when the dark clouds come, Surya Chandra, Nakshatra, none of them are seen. Then, in this way, Agamapaya Paraya, Kshana Samsthiti Nashaya. Coming and going and getting destroyed in a one moment. So one moment stays, the next moment goes away. It comes and it goes away. Seeing all these things, na bibeti samsare dhira abhika iva anaya. Who is the one? How much your Dhira Purusha he is not afraid of these things. है ना? धीरोपि का न विभेद. Afraid means the frightened or disturbed or miserable, disappointed. एक शब्द बताया, उसके रिलेटेड सारे हमको समझना. Who is the one Dhira Purusha who is not afraid? So this is talked about the Akash ki same way the Vayu. Heavy winds blow, sometimes total Vayu स्तब्ध stagnant हो गए गर्मियों में. So to the Agni, isn't it? गर्मियों में इतनी अग्नि होती है, सर्दियों में अग्नि होती ही नहीं. और the Agni Jwala which burns, like we saw the forest fires go. What time? Big, every day there are at least 4-5 news that the fire accidents. भटांकों के फैक्ट्री में होएगा, वो कोई ऑयल रिफाइनरी में होएगा, या कहीं ना कहीं तो अग्नि का विध्वंस हमको देखने को मिलता ही है. So to the jala vidvamsas. Are we not seeing? One type or the other. अब भूमि का तो देखो, है ना? द लैंडस्लाइड्स का हो या भूकंप आदि का हो, all the पंचमहाभूतों से. Other than that, the man-made things and the calamities because of that. All this. The aeroplane, the train, the bus, car, all these transport accidents. Man-made are thousands. Individuals succumb in it or groups of people succumb it, whatever, but it goes on happening. So na viveti samsare dhiro bika ivanaya. So the very deep thoughts, these are all very superficially we are seeing. They have to be seen from the depth of the heart. So to say, every person who is other than, who who is established in Paramatma Tattva, therefore who is identified with the Upadhis, therefore who is in expectation of things to be conducive in the world of things, beings, and situations, everyone is frightened. And all the three fears. One fear, will the conducive atmosphere come or not? If it comes, will it stay long for or not? If it is doesn't stay, it is going away. Again, there is dukkha or bhaya. Every human being's mind is filled with that fear, fear, fear. Wife has fear from husband has from her. Both have from the children, children have from the parents. गवर्नमेंट हैज फियर फ्रॉम द प्रजा. कौन कब क्या नटंकी करेगा नहीं पता. प्रजा को गवर्नमेंट से फियर है कि व्हाट रिफॉर्म्स ऑन द नेम ऑफ रिफॉर्म्स द यूजलेस पॉलिसीज दे ब्रिंग. Everybody, this neighbor is fear from that, that is from this. Because of uncertainties and expectations. उस तरह से इस श्लोकों को समझना है. अनया संसारे धीरः अपि न बिभेति कहा. Nobody can be dhira in this world other than the spiritual seeker of the truth only, not again on the name of spirituality, who makes the spirituality as the means and the worldly bhoga as the goal. Even those fellows also are frightened कि ये उपासना कर रहा हूँ, भगवान bless करेंगे कि नहीं. With this desire, I have asked for this. Everybody going to बालाजी तिरुपति मंदिर चढ़ाते हुए पैसे भगवान से मांगते कुछ ना कुछ, वो देंगे कि नहीं. Fear. Only the Atmajnani is fearless because he is not seeking anything. He is only in the self which is eternal. कोई मांग नहीं रहा इसलिए कोई चीज को वो मिलेगा कि नहीं डर नहीं है. और पकड़ा आत्मा को जो कभी जाता नहीं है इसलिए उनको भी डर नहीं है. Therefore he is only धीर पुरुष. Nobody else. Very, very powerful shlokas. न बिभेति संसारे धीरोपि कह इव अनया. In this samsara, with these fluctuations continuously, what are they? Agama paya paraya, kshana samstiti nashaya. Agama paya means आते हैं जाने के लिए आते हैं. So to kshana samstiti nashaya, one kshana it is there, and kshana नाश हो गया है. Look at the micro level as well as macro level. Brahmandas only are dissolving and you are created at the macro level. The micro level, our own individual level, we can say. So this means this is almost a summary of all our earlier chapters, na? Earlier sargas and earlier topics. The summary is this Jagat is unreal, it is mithya, and it is pratikshana pradvamsi, therefore it is most untrustworthy. Don't allow the Jagat to enter into you and create ragadvesha. दूर रखना. जितना धर्म है करना है कर लो, जो देख सकते भगवान को उसमें देख लो, उसके अलावा बस फंसो मत. बहुत बहुत भयंकर है ये जगत, बच के रहना. Then next one also same. आपदः क्षणमायान्ति क्षणमायान्ति सम्पदः क्षणं जन्म क्षणं मृत्युः मुने किमिव न क्षणं. This is a summary. किमिव न क्षणं. So everything is kshanika, kshanabhangura, which we listen hundreds of times. Here Rama is clearly telling it with lots of examples. That way the Shastra is special, that it gives details of many things which we vaguely understand. Kimeva nakshanam, what is not kshanika here in this world? Apadah kshanamayanti. Apadah means risks or dangers or problems. Then kshanamayanti sampadaha. A movement में सारे संपदा. संपदा means धन संपदा, the power, the respect, the name and fame, the followers, etc. ये सब संपदाएं होते हैं. इसके ऑपोजिट आपदाएं. In a moment's time. संपदा then क्षणम जन्म. जैसे एक क्षण में जन्म हो गया. Then क्षणम मृत्यु हो. In the next moment there is a death. And from a deep distance microscopically देखोगे ना, zoom करके, The Janma Marana ke beech mein, even it's 100 years, it just passes like a moment only. Therefore, Kshanam Janma, Kshanam Mrityu is correct. Isn't it? Let us, for example, our age is 192 years, Mano. So that 192 years of our life, in one moment only we can just browse through. Isn't it? ऐसे आंख बंद कर ली, पूरा पिक्चर देखा, तो इस अस्पताल में जन्म हुआ, इस तरह से इधर मैं बड़ा किया, पढ़ाई की, इधर फेल हो गया, उधर फेल हो गया, इधर फेल हो गया. Then शादी हो गई, then I can't stop. So children are born, they are also settled. Now I'm going to die. Whole biography, autobiography is only one moment. Like Ramayana, 24,000 श्लोक. You can just say, there is a Telugu saying, Katte kotte teche, Varade katten, Ravana kotten, Sitan techen. He made the bridge, he finished Ravana, he brought Sita. That's it. Kshanam. So Abada Kshanamayanti, Kshanamayanti Sambada, Kshanam Janma, Kshanam Mrityuhu, Mune Kimiva Nakshana. So if this is deeply understood by us, we will not be afraid because we have understood and we have to accept also. Sometimes understanding takes time. Many a times, even though we understand, lots of time it takes for us to accept it. But once we have accepted and detached also, it becomes a play for us to entertain. And more enjoyment comes when we identify with the permanent, eternal, immutable self. ज्ञानी लोग आत्मानुभव का आनंद लेते हुए भी इस जगत का जो नर्तना है, नाचना है, उसका भी आनंद लेते हैं. In their everything, raga, dvesha, kama, krodha, sukha, dukkha, janma, marana, labha, hani, jaya, parajaya, shatru, mitra, सारा उनके लिए सिनेमा है. प्रभु की लीला है. They enjoy it because they know it's not permanent. It is the way the world is. Next one, घट प्रागासीद अन्य एवेह जातस्तु अन्यो नरो दिनैः सदैकरूपं भगवन् किंचिदस्ति न सुस्थिरम्. See, प्रागासीद अन्य एवेह. Before the birth, each one was in different yonis, different positions, different situations. Then jataha anyaha naraha. Once he is born, he is totally different from what he was in the earlier life. Then in every day and every year also, sada eka rupam na sustiram. Sustir se eka रूप नहीं है. Example of a human being is given, so to all beings, which was said earlier slok में कि human beings become the uh, Pashu and Pashu become human being. Devatas also lose their devatva, which was said 12-13 shlokas back. Here again he says, Prag asid anya eva iha. Then anya eva iha jata to anya naraha dinaihi. Both ways. If I have done good punyam, this time life I am human being. Within few years I die. Again another human yoni I get. Which country, which language, which gender, which height, weight, which nothing is known. A South African Negro can be born in the Russia as a tall white fellow, or the white fellow of the all that can be born as the another one. You know, the Japanese pygmies and Chinese pygmies can be born anywhere as a tall. कोई भी कुछ भी. दैट इज द मीनिंग ऑफ कि प्राग आसीद अन्य एव यह जाता तो अन्य नरह दिन ही. सो सदा एक रूपम भगवान किंचित अस्ति न सुस्थिरम. कोई भी चीज एज इट इज नॉट देयर. नथिंग इन दिस वर्ल्ड एज इट इज. वेरी वेरी पावरफुल सेइंग दिस इज. नेक्स्ट वन, घटस्य पटता दृष्टा पटस्यापि घटस्थितिः न तदस्ति न यदृष्टं विपर्यस्ति संस्रुतौ. तो घट becomes pata, and the pot becomes the cloth, and cloth becomes the pot. Pot is broken, it has become muddy. From that the cotton has come, it is made as cloth. Cloth is burnt, it becomes muddy, and with that a ghata is made. So घट बन जाता है पट, पट बन जाता है घट. न तदस्ति नयत दृष्टम विपर्यस्यति संस्कृतौ. In this samsara, whichever whatever is seen, in those seen things, there is nothing which is not going through this viparyasa. Viparyasa means totally becoming contradictory, opposite. न तदस्ति न यदृष्टम विपर्यस्यति संश्रुतौ. Then finally it is said in this world कि तनोत्युत्पादयत्यत्ति निहन्त्यान् सृजति क्रमात् सततं रात्रिहानिव निवर्तन्ते नरं प्रति. In this jagat samsara for human beings, like the day night coming and going, in the same way tanoti, and then utpadayati, then atti, then nihanti, then asrujati kramat. What we study in our Vedanta text of Tattvaboda Adi, these Shad Vikaras, Asti, Jayate, Vardhate, Viparnamate, Avakshiyate, Vinashyati, all these happen to the human beings, jivas, who are identified the upadhis, Deha Mukhya Rup se, and also to the world here. So nothing in this world is remaining same. Tanoti, Utpadayati, Atti, Nihanti, Asrujati Kramat. Tanoti means enters into. Utpadayati is born. Atti means consumed. Nihanti is finished. Again Asrujati, again it is created. Kramat. Kramat means one after the other continuously. अस्ति जायते वर्धते विपरिणमते अवक्ष्यते विनश्यति इति षड्विकारवदेत स्थूल शरीरम. इस तरह से सततम रात्रिहानिव निवर्तन्ते. निवर्तन से मीन्स नितराम वर्तन्ते नरम प्रति, for a jiva who is identifying with the upadhis. This is how the world is. So let us not have the narrow mind or intellect to expect the things to remain same and get disappointed and miserable. Let us have the broad vision of intellect to understand the inevitabilities in these all these things, and also have the deep heart to accept it, and deeper maturity to reject one's detach from all of them. And then what to do? Array, go and stay in your essential self, which is eternal, immutable, blissful, joyful. उसमें रह जाओ. ये वाली बात है. So we have done 34 shlokas. We have 9 more. Tomorrow we'll study them. We'll conclude this sarga. Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavashishyate. Om Shanti 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 Hari Om. Shri Gurubhyo Paramarshibhyo Parabrahmane Shruti Matre Om Tat Sat Brahmarpanamastu. Bol Shri Ramachandra Bhagavana ki Jai. Om. These are all Vairagya Vishayas. Same way the Bhakti Vishayas, Jnana Vishayas, Vedanta Vishayas, Yoga Vishayas, exhaustively we have to study as a human being, because we are intellect, given intellect. Tame Bhanta Manvasaram Tasya Vasasaram Mangalam Gurudha Namo Brahmadibhyo Brahmalokat Yerime Muddhasartam Titallam. बोल श्री सियावर रामचंद्र भगवान की जय. श्री योगवास महारामायण शास्त्र की जय. श्री वशिष्ठ वाल्मीकि आदि विद्याचार्य की जय. बोलो भाई सब संतन की जय. सद्गुरुनाथ महाराज की जय. आज की आनंद की जय. नमः पार्वती मते हर हर महादेव हर. सर्वत्र गोविंद नाम संकीर्तन गोविंदा गोविंद. जानकी जीवन स्मृति जय राम राम में श्री आदिपराशक्ति माता की जय. समस्त श्रोता भक्त साधक से उपासक ज्ञासु धर्म संस्थापक मोक्ष मुक्त गण की जय. भारत माता की जय. सनातन धर्म की जय. वैदिक हिंदव संस्कृति की जय. आध्यात्मिक जीवन विधान की जय. Wonderful friends, come on time, stay till the class is over. Don't insult the class and yourself just by coming and staying for few moments. Be firm and resolved. By mistake and accident, if you have logged in, then you are welcome to go. But if you think that you are a seeker, student, शास्त्र पढ़ने के लिए हो, तो फिर बैठो पूरा. Allow the God and Guru and Shastra's grace to come on. Isn't it? Have that Shraddha. Any class, if not here, somewhere else. कोई कितने संत महात्मा सत्संग दे रहे, तो हर जगह एक एक मिनट दो दो मिनट वाला ये मेंटल डिसीज छोड़ो. Stick to one and listen thoroughly the Shastra. Grasp it. And if you think you yourself know everything, then stop listening. You do sadhana and teach others. But let us not be the chanchala in that way. Thank you. Come back in 5 minutes.